morning and welcome back to Joe and Di's Allotment and Kitchen Garden channel. I'm Joe, Di's behind the camera as always. Thank you very much, Di. Yeah, I mean it's the 4th week of August now, so I mean we're getting towards the end of the period where we sort of are putting lots of stuff in. We're actually starting to take lots of stuff out now. Really, it's sort of period of sort of harvesting stuff and preserving and storing stuff. Yeah, if you're new to our channel, our aim is to sort of produce as much of our own food as we can and find ways of preserving and storing it. So I'd like to thank everyone who's subscribed recently, and if you're new to our channel and you'd like to sort of follow our journey, please use the subscribe button at the bottom and please subscribe. So yeah, I mean I'll just give you an update on our seedlings. So you can still plant stuff this time, you can still sow stuff this time of year. It's still not too late to sort of sow cow and spring onions, and I'll probably put a list up in this vlog somewhere of what you can still sow. But yeah, we've still got stuff up growing which we can plant out at some stage in the next few weeks. Spring onions are coming on well, so they can go out on the plot in weeks to come. We've got some coriander and 2 types of parsley there, so flat leaf and curly leaf parsley. But what we do with those as well is, as room becomes available in the greenhouse, we can actually sow some of them into our greenhouses, or plant some of those out into our greenhouses, and it sort of gives us a crop all the way through the winter really. We've got sort of cow, that's coming on really well. I'll either prick those out or wait till they get a bit bigger and put them directly into the plot. So we've got sort of a curly cow, we've got some black magic, and we've got some red Russian there. And we've still got lettuces on the go, and mustard. We've got some Lolo Rossos and some little gems and mustard as well, and lots of endive to plant out on the plot as well at some stage. We've got some different types of spinach here. We've got some perpetual spinach and some chard. We've also got some sort of real spinach. We've got some winter giant and some matador spinach coming through there as well, so they're all looking quite good. We've got some little cabbages coming through as well, some spring cabbages for next year, so they're all doing pretty well. The grapes are starting to change colour here as well now, so hopefully the next couple of weeks we can start producing some juice from those. They're starting to soften up and they're starting to sweeten. These don't sweeten that much, they're not really an eating grape. They do, they are a little bit sweet, not too bad, but they make a nice juice. So we'll be making those into juice in the next few weeks. But yeah, I mean at the moment we're basically harvesting lots of apples to harvest. I think we're going to harvest lots of apples from the, we've got 1, 2, 4 trees down the allotment and 2 in the garden. So we'll be harvesting all the apples. And what else have we got? We've got some plums to harvest still. We've harvested the plums down the allotment. We've still got some here in the garden. And we're sort of picking all our tomatoes as well and finding ways to preserve those at the moment. We're drying them into a powder, which is a good way of sort of preserving them. You end up with a sort of small jar of powder rather than sort of bulk amounts of tomatoes to sort of freeze or whatever. So yeah, that's the way we generally deal with our tomato glut. We've sort of picked quite a lot of cherry tomatoes out of the greenhouse. I think we've got about 2 kilograms here. So we'll munch our way through those, or use it for cooking as well in the next couple of weeks. And the peppers have done really well this year as well. We're getting some nice lovely peppers coming through. We'll be spending lots of time in the next couple of weeks sort of dehydrating and making them into powder, or cooking them down into a base sauce with the peppers and the garlic and the onions, and freezing sort of mixtures with the courgettes. So that's a base meal for lots of things. I think we showed how we did that on last week's video, so if you'd like to refer back to sort of week 3, you get an idea of what we do there. So yeah, I mean that's what we're doing this week, mainly harvesting crops. So we've thinned out a lot of the cherry tomatoes, but we've still got loads coming through still, and they're still turning colour, which is quite good. They're doing really well. We've still got some basil in here to take out as well. There's lots of basil in here amongst all the tomatoes. We'll have to sort of chop those down and dry those as well. So these are the last few Victoria plums that we're harvesting, because they start to feel softish, and they turn a nice purpley colour. There's not many left because the parakeets have eaten quite a few of them as well. But we had quite a few from the one down the allotment as well. So we've not done too badly on plums this year. So yeah, what we like to do with the plums is to dehydrate them. So we turn them into a lovely nice snack. And that preserves them for quite a while. You can also make plum jam, plum jelly, or you can freeze them as well. So you can cut them in halves, put them in the freezer and freeze them on a tray, and then make a nice frozen little snack as well to munch on. So the last few apples off this tree as well. These are, I don't know what variety they are actually, because this was here when we first moved into the property, but they keep really well in storage. I mean, they last months and months and months. I think they're quite a tart apple. They're not really a eating apple, but they're really good for cooking. So we'll store those away. Let's get the last few. So that's the last couple. Well, I think that's our second crate. So we've got 2 crates out of that one. So quite a few kilograms of apples. So yeah, not a bad crop this year. So we've got a few more marrows.
Oh,
and
courgettes.
Courgettes. We've got some courgettes as well. Harvest these as well. Nice one there. Nice size. Snap that one off. We'll have to use that one first, I think. Chuck that one in with the tomatoes. Any more? Oh, another one here. Try and twist them off, that's the trick. Another 3. Any more?
This way.
Yes, fine. I think that's a bit bigger than a courgette, that one. Another couple of little ones, and a big one. That's not a bad little crop. So I picked quite a few more tomatoes. Nice bunch of beetroot and the lettuce as well. And a couple of odd cucumbers that are coming through still, not many. We're harvesting more apples. These are coxes, and the ones over there are Brayburn. So these are eating apples, which we like to store and use as long as we can before they go off. They normally last quite a few months though, so it's not too bad. So it's just a matter of picking them as gently as possible and not bruising them by putting them down too heavily. Have a quick sort of sort out and have a look at them, make sure they're okay. Nice. So we'll get quite a few kilograms here, I think. So I've got a whole bucket full of dried beans. So we'll take these and pod them. I think there's different varieties in here. So yeah, they're pretty dry, so we'll take them home and thoroughly dry them. And then we'll either keep them for the winter for sort of soups and stews, and or we might even cook them up and turn them into bean burgers and then freeze them. So what we do is we cook the beans up with some carrot and onion, some other vegetables, make them into burgers and then freeze the burgers so we can use them later on. So yeah, there's quite a few here, and there's still some drying up as well. So these are beyond the eating stage, but the beans are forming, so we might as well let them dry up on the pod itself. So yeah, that's week 4 of August. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up or leave us a comment, or if you'd like to subscribe, please press the button at the bottom. Thank you again for watching.